The money, it's it's a lot of money.
It's good.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Roughly how much when you start?
The woman as well. Yeah, so university, bahle abantu university guys. So if you're a doctor in South Africa, you're not gonna have a good night's sleep.
Hello. Welcome back to Gift Varsity TV. This is your host, Gift Pozekana. Don't forget to like this video. Make sure that you give us 20,000 likes here. Just click the thumbs up because today we have our special guest, right? Special guest. We are talking with. Uh, let me just let him introduce himself.
Greetings, Molweni, Goeiemorgen, Dumelang, Sanbonani. My name is Dr. Lutando Seboya, first of his name, a Xhosa doctor, born of the hills of Western Cape, Cape Town to be specific. Yeah, I'm here. It's good to be here. Kumnandi balapha. I think this is going to be an exciting interview, or let's say a conversation. Yeah.
Dr. Lutando Seboya. Tell us about your background. Like, let's start from the beginning. Like, where are you from? Like, tell us about yourself.
If I start from the beginning, I was born in a township called Langa. I'm sure you know Langa. And then by the age of 4, I grew up in another township called Mitchell's Plain, right? I then went to school, at Weinberg Boys High School, and I studied my undergrad at Stellenbosch University. I worked for 2 years in Pietermaritzburg, KZN, and now I am working in the Platteland in a place called Vredendal Hospital. It's about 4 hours from here. Yeah. So that's just a nutshell of the path that I went. Obviously, there's a lot of complexities, a lot of things, gaps here and there that I'm leaving out, but I'm just giving you the skeleton of how I got to this position.
Thank you, doctor. So let's talk about your high school years. Like, what kind of Elena were you in your high school? You know, right? Yeah. Tell us even the subject that you chose and why you chose this subject, right?
The subjects that I chose in grade 9 were physics, maths, life sciences.
Grade 10.
Well, you choose in grade 9. You don't choose when you get to grade 10. We chose in grade 9, and then you start those subjects in grade 10.
Alright.
So the decision was made in grade 9. So it was maths, life sciences, physics, engineering, graphics, and design. I also did maths paper 3, and then Xhosa, English, life orientation. Yeah, what else am I missing?
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Okay. So, what kind of Elena were you in high school?
Initially, I had a passion for maths. I was very good at maths, but everything else, I wouldn't say an A student from grade 8 up until grade 10. I was not like an A student. I had maybe 90s and 80s for maths, but everything else was in the 60s. At the beginning of grade 11, I started applying myself, and I just did everything that the school offered. So from athletics to singing in the choir, to singing in the vocal ensemble, to applying to be a prefect, and then going to extra classes. I was just fully in it. I immersed myself in school. I had no time for izinto ebezisenzeka elokishini. Like I had no time for having being influenced by the things that were happening in my neighborhood. I was fully in school, doing everything that I could possibly do. And I did that for 2 years. I started, doing well, becoming an A student, running for Western Province. Yeah, like if you put in the hard work and you just immerse yourself in whatever you want to achieve, then results will come inevitably.
Wow. That's great indeed. That's great indeed. So you did everything that the school was offering to you. There
As
was
much
no
as
way.
possible. I did as much as the school was offering. Luckily for me, I went to a school that was offering a lot. I know that it can be challenging for other learners who don't necessarily have that privilege of being offered services, in school, extramural activities. I have a lot of students that I mentor who are from township schools, and they don't necessarily have these facilities. So it's a challenge. But I still tell them that if you really apply your mind and you really immerse yourself in the things that will help you in the future, then yeah, a way will come. A way will come.
Right. Thank you, Doctor. So you did your grade 12, right? In matric. How are your results like? Okay, let's start. When did you decide that now you want to study medicine, right? Because you say that you were doing well in mathematics and science, right? And you could have done like other courses, but when did you start to make that decision now that, I would love to pursue a career in medicine? What influenced that in you?
I think the thing that influenced me the most was my parents. So I think subconsciously, my parents always wanted me to become a doctor. So that was something that was, I'd say, in my subconscious. I then started to apply that subconscious mind into practicality. So I envisioned myself being a doctor, and I found value when I did the job shadowing and seeing what it's like to be a doctor, how I can impact society as a doctor. And I thought, you know what, this looks like a good career. And also, it helped because I enjoyed life sciences as well, anatomy, physiology. I'm fascinated by the human body, so it was a natural decision. It wasn't like something that I was struggling. A close second was engineering, so it was either going to be medicine or engineering. Yeah.
All right. So you applied for medicine.
And I applied for engineering as well. Yeah. So I got in for engineering first.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, sharp. That's probably what I'm going to do. Then a week later, I got an email, a letter saying that, hey, you're in for medicine as well. So that's when I was like, okay, now I have to decide. And I decided medicine.
Okay. So which universities did you apply to? Like, did you apply to every university, or there was certain university?
I applied to every university that I could at the time. So I applied to WITS, I applied to UCT, I applied to Stellenbosch. By the time I was applying for UJ and other university, I started getting responses. So I thought I don't have to now keep applying. I was focusing on applying for a bursary. Once I got offers from universities to say, hey, you can study here.
Okay, so which university accepted you for medicine?
Stellenbosch University. And with Stellenbosch University, they had a recruitment program where they were calling us, especially like the black students, who were being called, and then they offered to pay tuition for 4 years. So you basically study for free for 4 years. Other universities were not offering that. So it was a no-brainer for me, as well as Stellenbosch University Choir was something I was also wanting to be part of.
Yeah.
So Yeah. So I went there because I thought that it was the best option. And looking back, I don't think there's a wrong option, but I do think that being at Stellenbosch University has made me a better doctor because I was exposed to Afrikaans, and now I'm working in a predominantly Afrikaans population, the Cape Coloureds, speaking Afrikaans. So, yeah, I can speak Afrikaans now. So I can treat my patients. Yeah.
All right, doctor. So, okay, tell us about now you as a student now, like at university, as a first year student, what the challenges maybe you came across as a student, as a medical student at university.
Challenges as a medical student in university, the vast knowledge that needs to be covered in a short space of time. That was a challenge. The course is very difficult. It's not an easy course. I'm not saying this because I've done other courses, but it was up until that point the toughest thing I've ever done. I would say another difficult aspect was trying to balance academics, social, and well-being in terms of getting your exercise and mental health. I think that was very difficult to find the balance, and it took me a couple of years, but eventually, trial and error, I got a pattern going. So yeah, what else? The woman as well. So university, bahle abantu university, guys. So the distractions are there. Yeah. Distractions, I'm not gonna lie. Some of the most beautiful people I've ever seen in my life, I saw at university. And yeah, that was a bit of a distraction, but yeah.
So, like, what did you do to make sure that you stick to your goal of becoming a doctor? Nothing distracts you. At some point, you will get distracted here and there, but what kept you going?
I think what kept me going is keeping the most important things important. I remember one of our lecturers, Mr. Eddie, told us a story. He had a jar, like a see-through jar, like a glass jar, and he filled it with rocks, and it was like filled to the brim with rocks. And then he asked us, is it full? And everybody said, yeah, it's full of rocks, you can't fit any more rocks in. Then he took pebbles, smaller rocks, he filled them in Sangen. And now he asked us, okay, is it full? Then now, obviously, the class is like, it's not full. Why? Because you can still put smaller things like sand. He took sand, he filled the gaps between the pebbles. Then he asked, is it full? And then we were like, yeah, now it's full. Then he took water, and he put the water in, and the water seeped in, and it now was absolutely full. He then said, what was the motto of this exercise? Yeah. And someone put their hand up and said, sir, it doesn't matter how full your schedule is, you can always fit something in. And he said, no, that is not the motto. The motto is, if you don't put the rocks in first, the rocks will never fit in.
Wow.
So you always have to make sure your rocks are in first. Now you need to decide, what is your rocks? Academics, your degree, your family, your well-being. You put those in first, everything else can fit in around those. So for me, the ladies were not rocks, they were sand. I could always just around. I'm in exams now, sorry, sawubonana next week, yeah.
Wow. That's a great demonstration indeed. Like, you have to put important things first. Yeah, other things shall be added. All right. All right, doctor. Let's talk medicine now. Tell us about medicine. What is medicine all about, right? Because we have many students in high school. They definitely are applying for medicine in all universities, and the only thing that is in their mind is medicine, 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 medicine. Let's talk medicine. What is medicine?
What is medicine? I think medicine essentially is the attempt to restore your body to the norm, what it's designed to be. So if you deviate from what your body is designed to be, and we're all designed to be healthy, happy. So the moment you deviate from that, what we try as doctors is to put you back on track. So yeah, I'd say that's necessary. Like we're trying to heal. We're trying to put you back to what you're designed and what you're destined to be. That's what we're trying to do. Yeah.
Oh, right. So, what are the ups and downs there? Yeah, what are the ups and downs? Like the challenges that you might face as a doctor.
As a doctor, the challenges that you're going to face is dealing with human beings. Human beings are very complicated, and human beings can be frustrating at times. Human beings have emotions, and human beings also have fears. Human beings are prejudiced as well. I'd say one of the hardest things to deal with in medicine is death. Once you start working, you're inevitably going to see death, and this death may be natural in terms of someone who's like as old age, or someone who dies of a myocardial infarction or a stroke. Those are what we call like natural deaths. And then you'll deal with the unnatural deaths, someone being shot, murdered, car accidents. The natural deaths for me, I think, are easier to deal with because it's like a natural process. But the unnatural deaths, those are very difficult to deal with, especially if they involve children. Yeah. So as a doctor, you see the worst of humanity, and that can be difficult to deal with. You need to have a mechanism of sort of having therapy, some sort of therapeutic activity, to help you deal with these issues. Yeah, especially in the context of South Africa. Yeah, South Africa has no shortage of violence. Yeah, it's extremely violent. So yeah, you need to be able to deal with that. You need to be able to deal with that. Yeah.
All right. So, uh, like, so students are watching us currently. Many of them they want to do medicine, or some of them they are currently in medicine, right? So, which qualities do you think are best for someone who is intending to study medicine, right? Because we sometimes we find people saying that you can be depressed in the medicine and stuff like. So, what kind of characteristics should the person have so that they can be able to endure these challenges or these ups and downs that comes with medicine?
The qualities that you need are patience. You need to be patient. You need to be hardworking. You need to, I think you definitely need to have the innate ability to have hope, because the job is depressing at times, especially when we had COVID and people were dying left, right, and center. That was like a very depressing time. Or when there is a bus that falls or whatever. when you have a mass casualty, it may be very depressing, and you kind of have to have the hope, just you know the hope that what you're doing is not merely a drop in the ocean, but you're actually making a difference in people's lives. So I think the quality is hard work, having the ability to hope and be positive. Yeah, and also being patient. You have to be patient with human beings. You have to be patient because everybody that comes in has a lifetime of experience. You don't know what they're going through. Sometimes I find myself judging umdu, maybe like who's like a gangster and comes in, and they're notorious, they are known ukuthi I know he's a gangster and he kills people or whatever. When they come, you can't have those judgment. This is a human being. You saved that life, because you signed an oath, and the oath says it's not your job to judge. Your job is to heal. Your job is to preserve life. So yeah, those are the challenges. Sometimes you can have a serial rapist or shy community coming in. You got to treat that person like a human being, whether because you don't know, and it's not your job, it's not your place to judge. Those are the kind of challenges. Yeah.
You have to be a patient person. Right, right. Okay. So, all right. Thank you so much, doctor. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, what else do you think that most students who are in medicine or who want to study medicine should know, right? You as a doctor, right? You feel like, I wish they told me this earlier. This is something that I wish I knew, right? Right.
Yeah, very important, very important. If you're a doctor in South Africa, you're not gonna have a good night's sleep. Like, that's once every 5 days, you're not gonna sleep. When you're on call, depending on where the call is, you're not gonna sleep. That is something that wasn't told. Like, I didn't know that until like I was deep into medicine. I was like, no, guys, we don't sleep like the whole night, and you're busy. You have to make decisions that involve life and death. 2 a.m. Sometimes you don't even have time to like eat properly. You don't have time to rest. You're tired. But you have to keep pushing. So when that happens, hey, I question whether, hey, it would have been nice to work from 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, have a good night's sleep every day, and have weekends. Or another thing, goodbye to public holidays, goodbye to weekends. Those are just a privilege. If you have a public holiday, you thank God. But I a public holiday. They are not given.
Yeah, right.
Weekends are not given. You may have 2 weekends per month. Some places you only have 1 weekend per month, like free weekend. So hey, yeah, time. You don't have time. You're always working. Yeah.
So you need to be a dedicated person. I know that you're gonna serve people for almost.
Yeah. I wish somebody told me that earlier on.
So we've been talking about the challenges and of being a. Let's talk about the nicest things of being a doctor, like the nicest part, of being a doctor.
Okay.
Yeah.
The nice thing of being a doctor is, hey, Amando, they change when they hear that you're a doctor. There is something called doctor's privilege. See, when I drove here and I came in, you see, you guys are like, oh, he's a doctor. He's a doctor. Wait, no, guys. you know, we get treated differently. Like, sometimes, I'm working in a small town. So if I'm at the mall and they see me in my scrubs, they say, no, doctor, don't wait in the line. at Home Affairs, not at Home Affairs, at licensing, where I have to renew my license. Quick, doctor, don't wait in the line. Those are the privileges that come. Like, I'm not gonna complain about that. Another thing I would say is the money. It's a lot of money. Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Roughly how much when you start?
Roughly.
When you come out of varsity.
You come out of varsity.
Because you're used to 1.5 from NSFAS.
When you come out of varsity, okay, I'll let you guess, and I will just say you're warm or you're cold. I want to know what you think. Firstly, before tax or after tax?
Let's say after tax.
After
the one
tax.
that you know that this is what this is.
Okay. Give a guess. Give a guess, Nje. Guess nyana.
50.
Okay, you're warm. You're warm. You
after tax.
Yeah. But look, when you start off slightly less than that. Not
around 40.
Somewhere there. Yeah, somewhere there.
The tax has been removed.
Hey, tax is heavy.
Yeah.
No, tax can be like 25. Yeah, easily. 27. Easily. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's a but as you progresses now,
another thing that is that's good about medicine is, there's something special when you provide healing for someone. When someone's life is on the line and they look at you and yambona lomdo that, hey, this person is going, it's either they've got a tension pneumothorax or they're bleeding from the neck or whatever, and they look at you and they are basically surrendering their hope to you. So like, that is a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. But when you succeed and you save a life, it's just, there's nothing that can compare to that. There's nothing that can compare to that, because you can say, lo muntu lona uyaphila because I was there. By the grace of God, I was there on time. I applied my knowledge, I applied my skills, and there's someone that lives now. That's priceless. You can't put a price tag to that.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, the joy of saving life.
The joy of saving a life.
Right.
Yeah.
So medicine is a good career, right? But
yeah, it is a good
career. That's one we cannot question it.
It's a good career. It's a good career, and I think we definitely need more doctors in Mzansi. Yeah.
We have a challenge of students being rejected for medicine, but others, they end up doing the biological science stream and still not getting to medicine. And I know maybe you straight from high school, right? Maybe some doctors, they started with another degrees and stuff. Like, what can you say to those students?
Okay, so you're asking me what I can say to the students?
Yeah, those like who are still trying to get to medicine. Right?
I would say,
is it possible?
Don't give up. Don't give up. Like, there are many routes to get into medicine. So I know people who studied a whole 4-year degree, even did honors, and then went to medicine. Some people complete and become a doctor in another thing, totally a PhD, and then start from scratch and then does medicine. So if you really, 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 really want to do it, you can't give up. I know people who have failed, been excluded, I don't know how many times, 3-4 times, took them 11 years to get the 6-year degree. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what, like, if you want it, you keep going. You push, you keep going. Doesn't matter. You can fall 5 times, 6 times, get up, move forward.
Wow. Thank you so much, Doctor. Guys, don't give up. So, any words of motivation and inspiration for students? We can look at them. Like anything that you want to tell them.
Anything
from Doctor.
I want to tell them. I think, okay, Yamana, when you say from Doctor, you're putting me on a pedestal. And I want to tell the students that I am just like you. You know, I'm no different to you. I was sitting where you are sitting, whether you're in a classroom, a high school, whether you're in primary, whether you're in a lecture hall. You know, I am just like you. And if I can do it, you can definitely do it as well. You know, it might not be as the same route maybe that I took, but with the determination, with the hard work, with faith, you can get there. You know. So don't stop. Negelela. Keep pushing. That's all I can say. You know, no matter how hard it is, no matter how hard it gets, you got to keep pushing.
Wow. Thank you so much, Doctor, for your time in our channel, Gift Varsity TV. We really appreciate you for taking your time in your busy schedule, right, to come here and being an inspiration to many young people outside there. We are really grateful on this channel to be with you. Like, anything else that you want to say again?
I mean, I think
that you think that I forgot, like to ask, right?
Yeah. If let's say if there's something that you forgot, and let's say there's someone who would like to ask, feel free to DM on @Dr. Lutando Siboya on Instagram. Yeah. You're gonna put the thing here now. Wherever.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah. Feel free to DM. I may take a while to respond because I'm very busy, but I do respond to all the DMs that I get. So if you have questions, feel free to ask. You know, I'm always willing to help the youth.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
Sharp.
Thank you so much, guys. Let's hope you are really inspired, and indeed it's really possible to become what you want in life, right? Yeah, even Doctor says what he started from the beginning, right? And now we're here as a medical doctor in our country, saving lives, saving communities there. Thank you so much for watching until this time, right? Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and so that more and more students in our country and even outside the country can be able to reach this video and get inspired. Gift Pozekana here. I was with Dr. Lutando Siboya. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Gift. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You know, this guy's doing good work. Don't now just watch it and then share, like, subscribe, turn on notification. Yeah, and make this guy
Thank you.
give this guy a platform to change lives. Please. Thank you. Sharp.